Uh-oh, you are now listening to
D, the delinquent.
On the podcast.
This is Many Hats, No Cap, baby.
D, the delinquent. Many hats, no cap.
Welcome to Many Hats, No Cap with Delinquent. Yo, I hate the holidays. I'm sorry, y'all. I hate the holidays. I hate it. And the main reason is because the obligations. That's what I think. I hate feeling obligated to do things. Oh, it's Thanksgiving. We gotta go here. Then we gotta go there. Then we gotta go there. And we gotta do this. And we gotta do that. I hate it. Especially Christmas. We gotta go here, there. This is that. We gotta get this. We gotta get... Dude, I hate it all. And it's not because I'm older now. I've always been this way. People always been calling me the Grinch since I was like 13, 14. I think it's PTSD, past trauma or whatever. But nah, I don't know. But I do know that I hate feeling obligated. It's like when you finally get a day off work, but you got to put the lights up. You finally get a day off work, but you got to do the fascia on the house or something. You got to paint. You got to repair some hole in the drywall because your son kicked it in or some shit. I hate it, bro. I hate it. Plus, it's a fucking money grab. This is how I feel. I mean, for example, you got people in your life, I know you do, we all do, where they be like, Christmas is not about presents. It's not about the money. You don't have to get me a gift. Bitch, if I don't get you a gift, I know you're going to make that face. I know you're going to make that face. And we all know what face I'm talking about. And it's even worse if you get me a gift and I don't get you a gift. Then you're just going to look at me when it's time to open this shit up. That's just being real. It's all a money grab. I hate it, man. And I hate spending money. Anyway, I do love people, but I also hate people. This is being real. I mean, especially on the road, like traffic, especially during holiday time. Bro, oh my God, man, I just want to get to where I got to be. But I gotta be behind your slow ass. Or I gotta be behind your non-using blinking ass. Use your blinker. How hard is it? Just use your blinker. The blinker exists for a reason. And also, all you out there driving on the freeway, in the fast lane, just remember this. If someone is passing you in the fast lane or passing lane, that means you're going too slow. You are going too slow. This is the big bitch lane. You need to go in the small bitch lane. Oh boy, I tell you, man, the holidays got me going crazy, bro. And then like in regular streets, right? In Tucson at least, we got some awesome signs that say, slower traffic, keep right. Do these motherfuckers listen? No! These stupid motherfuckers don't listen, or they don't know how to read. I don't know what it is. I wish I could carry my high-powered green laser pointer thingamajig. Point them at the signs. Hopefully, they'll see it and get the motherfucking hint and move right. And let us big motherfuckers go through to get to where we need to get to. We got one life to live, baby. I ain't trying to spend it all in fucking traffic. You feel me? But no, I can't do that. Because with my luck, if I point a green laser somewhere, it's going to bounce off, ricochet, and hit some cop in the face. He's going to crash, and then I'm going to be wanted for some shit. Damn! One time, speaking about traffic, one time, I leased a van from Handycar. Awesome company, great company. They do a lot of contracts with the city and insurances, yada, yada, yada. They do ambulatory pickups and, you know, they just help people with disabilities get to where they need to get to. Whether it's the mall, the movies, school, work, or the hospital, doctor appointments, all that good stuff. It's a great company, awesome company. And they give their employees the opportunity to lease a van or purchase a van and start their own little side business with them. They just give you some of the cake that they make. But anyway, it's a great company. So I was doing that for a little bit. I was a driver for a bit, right? I had a big van. I had to, transport people in wheelchairs and even in hospital beds. And I also had some regular seats to do some pickups for kids going to school or, all that good stuff. I was able to do dual purpose stuff in that van. That's why I chose that van. That's why I chose to lease that van. Some people choose just to lease a regular minivan so they can only deal with people that just need to go to regular everyday places. I didn't really see the bigger money in that option, so I chose the bigger van. Anyway, so one day, I pick up this guy named Paul. Awesome cat. One of my favorite riders. He was awesome. His family and case manager and doctor, everybody told me, whatever you do not give Paul any soda, especially Coca-Cola. All right, cool. What the fuck am I going to give him Coca-Cola for? But anyway, they always emphasize this. Every time I went to go pick up Paul, they always told me, don't give him Coca-Cola. Whatever you do, don't give him soda, especially Coca-Cola. All right, cool. He was my passenger for a couple rides. Awesome cat. Never asked me for soda. Never asked me for Coca-Cola. Nothing. He was just a regular dude. I would just pick him up from home, take him to his everyday class that he had to do, and yeah, then I'd bring him back home later on in the day, and it was cool. So one day, I was running a little behind. I was a little late. I woke up late. We all been there. We all do that. The alarm was broken, or I just hit the snooze button. Whatever it be. Whatever, I don't know. I was late. I go pick up Paul. I'm rushing into where he got to be. When I turn the corner, I hit a shopping cart. All kinds of aluminum cans went everywhere. It was crazy, son. And I panicked because I didn't know yet if I hit somebody or if it was just a shopping cart on the street, whatever. I'm looking in the mirrors all freaked out. I stand up and I see a dude still standing and he has his hands on his head. And I swear to God, this happened. This cat walked around my van scoping out the logos. I saw him walk perfectly around the van scoping out the logos. And when he seen that this was a big company, I think he assumed it was a city. It was a city. I think he assumed it was a city. But no, this company I was working for was a privately owned company. They just had contracts with the city. He walked around the van. I saw him do his little research on the van real quick or whatever. He saw the logos, and then this dude goes, ah! And he just falls backwards and starts rolling as if I hit him. Now, I did hit his shopping cart, I will admit that, but I did not hit him. And for him to be walking around the van all fine, looking, reading, and pulling out his phone and doing this and that, tells me that he's absolutely fine. He is okay. But this motherfucker sees the logos, sees dollar signs, because think about it. It was a legit company. It is a legit company, and they have to have some top-notch insurances, right? So I think he just saw dollar signs, throws himself on the ground, starts rolling around. My legs, all this shit. Paul's in the back seat, looking at the situation, all freaking out. I go back in my seat, because remember I was standing up looking at him. I go back in the driver's seat, pop it in drive, and I took off. Vroom! Fuck him. Fuck that motherfucker. You feel me? Fuck him. Now, if I legitimately hit him and he was hurt, I would have stayed until the cops came, and I would have manned up and took the consequences, whatever, and paid the tab, all that good, whatever. But no, this motherfucker tried to get one over on me, on us. Fuck him. So I took off. Vroom. I'm driving down the street all crazy trying to get out this crime scene. I look in the rearview mirror to see how Paul's doing, and Paul goes, ooh, ooh. He wasn't all there, but he was there, just enough to know what was going on. He was smart enough to know what the fuck was going on and what I just did. I get to the next red light. I look at Paul. What's wrong, Paul? He's still sitting down like a good passenger in his seat, strapped in. And then he folds his legs, crosses his feet, and he goes, ooh. And I go, what's that mean, Paul? Light turns green. I gotta wait to the next light to talk to him. Get to the next red light. I go, Paul, you all right back there? And now he folds his arms and he goes, ooh, What the fuck does this mean, Paul? I pull over at a Walgreens, but I don't really know what's going on. And I say, yo, Paul, what's up, man? You good? And he goes, you can buy me a Coca-Cola and I won't say nothing. Fuck. There's Walgreens right here. And it's kind of a serious situation. Now, due to what I did know, he didn't have like a medical history or nothing like that that prevented him from drinking soda. But for whatever reason, he just can't have Coca-Cola. I was in a bind, son. I was in a bind. I said, Paul, how come you're not allowed to drink Coca-Cola? And he goes, I don't know. They're just mean. Paul, I'm going to buy you one soda, okay? But it's going to be Dr. Pepper. No, I want a Coca-Cola. I said, Paul, again, man, I'm going to buy you a soda. They don't got Coca-Cola here. I tried to pull that on him. He says, what are you talking about? They have a lot of Coca-Cola. Paul, if I buy you a Coca-Cola, are you going to keep quiet about this? And he does a little zipper sign over his lips, you know? Zip. I said, all right, I'm going to get down and buy you a Coca-Cola real quick. I get down, I go inside Walgreens. I buy him a Coca-Cola bottle. And I remember they really only had Coca-Cola with vanilla. I buy the Coca-Cola with vanilla bottle. I bring it back to the van. I give it to Paul. Paul looks at it, reads it, and he goes, I don't want this shit. I want a Coca-Cola. And I said, Paul, it's the same thing. No, this is with some creamy weird stuff. Damn, Paul. And he goes, you better buy me a Coca-Cola or I'm going to tell everybody what happened. So I go up the street, pull over at a 7-Eleven. I get down and I see a can of Coca-Cola. I buy the can of Coca-Cola. I come back to the van. Paul, here's a Coca-Cola. A can of Coca-Cola? How come you can't buy me a big bottle? I'm going to say something. I'm going to tell everybody what happened. Hold on, Paul. Let me go inside and get this damn Coca-Cola. I get down the van. I go inside and I get a bottle of Coca-Cola. Not a 1 liter, but you know, the 16 ounce, whatever they are. I buy a bottle of Coca-Cola for him, for this motherfucker blackmailing me. I come back to the van. I give him the cold bottle of Coca-Cola. The bottle now. Thank you. And I said, hey, where's the other Coca-Colas? They're empty, bro. They are empty. Right behind him. He chugged them and threw them behind him. He just points to the back. I look to the back. And when I look back at him, he's already halfway done of this other bottle. So not only was I not supposed to buy this cat a Coca-Cola ever, or give him any Coca-Cola, any soda, period, now we're 3 deep. He's 3 Coca-Colas in. I'm kind of freaking out. I'm monitoring him, making sure he don't got something I don't know about. I mean, according to his rap sheet, he ain't got diabetes. He ain't got none of that. But for some reason, he's not supposed to have any Coca-Cola. I get back to the driver's seat, and I'm driving slow, bro. I'm now driving slow to his home just to see what's going to happen. I'm driving. And I'm like, Paul, you all right back there? He's looking at me through the, rearview mirror. Yes, I'm fine. Thank you. I go, remember our little agreement? Yes. And he does a little zip up on his lip sign again. I said, cool, Paul. I said, you know what, Paul? You're a cool cat. And he looks at me through the mirror again. You cool too, man. I like you. All right, cool. He's fine. He's not saying anything. He's not doing anything crazy. We get to his house. He gets down. All right, I'll see you tomorrow, Joey. I'll see you tomorrow, Paul. And it was cool. Situation done. Squash. I ain't got nothing to worry about. I go back to the lot and turn the van in and go home for the day. It's cool. I'm going to see Paul tomorrow. Next day comes. We do our standard routine. Paul gets in the van. He sits down. Whatever. We're chilling, talking. Right before we get to his location, he says, how about another Coca-Cola? Paul, I don't have Coca-Cola. Ooh, then I'm gonna tell my mates and my buddies about what happened yesterday. I said, no, you can't, Paul. We made an agreement. No, you gotta buy me a Coca-Cola. I said, Paul, we're already here. Well, you could go and come back and bring me a Coca-Cola. I can't do that, Paul. I can't do that. I'm gonna get in trouble. Well, you better have two Coca-Colas when you come back from wherever and pick me up. You better have 2 Coca-Colas. Oh shit. I just fed a bear. He ain't gonna get over this. He's always gonna ask for a Coca-Cola. Anyway, he goes off. So I finished my day. Now it's time to pick Paul back up. Do I buy Coca-Colas? Do I not? What do I do? Fuck it. I'm gonna buy 2 more Coca-Colas. I saw him down 3 the other day and he was fine. So I get 2 more Coca-Colas. Right before I pick him up. Right when he comes to the van, you know what he asks for. His Coca-Colas. I give him the Coca-Colas. He says, thank you. He sits down, chugs these motherfuckers fast, bro. Chugs them so fast. Weird. So we're going to his house. He's happy. He's chilling. And I said, hey, Paul, I'm just letting you know now. I don't got the money, bro. I did, but Paul don't know that. Paul, I don't got the money, man. I can't buy you Coca-Colas anymore. I'm sorry. I don't have any more money. That's fine. It's okay. All right, cool. He gets down from the van, goes to his parents, whatever. Next day, I got to pick Paul back up. It was a Friday. Paul's not coming out the house. I'm like, huh. So I give a little beep beep. Like, yo, I'm out here. What's going on? The dad comes out. And he goes, hey, Joey, can I talk to you for a second? Yeah. Paul told me that you hit a homeless man the other day. Motherfucker. Fucking Paul. And I look back at the house and I swear Paul was looking at me through the blinds. Oh, this motherfucker. So I said, I didn't hit a homeless man. There was a homeless man pushing a shopping cart. I hit the shopping cart. And the homeless man, he just started overreacting. And for Paul's safety, I got out of there. And the dad says, oh, wow, that makes a lot of sense. Remember I told y'all, man, I'm quick on my feet, son. I'm quick on my feet. I'm a gutter boy. You know where I've been. Anyway, he says, oh, great. That's awesome. That makes perfect sense now. Okay, let me go get Paul. I said, okay, cool. So he goes and gets Paul. Paul comes down and he has his head down. He's kind of embarrassed because he know he fucking snitched on me. He just ratted on me. We had an agreement. He comes in the van. I'm smiling. Hey, Paul, how you doing? Good morning. Good morning. Boy, you know you did wrong. Close the door. His dad goes back in the house. We're driving down the street. I ain't saying nothing to Paul. I know what it is. It's cool. Whatever. I've been snitched on before by... We get down the street. I hit the first red light. I'm not saying nothing to Paul. I'm just playing the music. Just playing the radio. We get to Paul's location. He's coming down the van. I go, have a good day. Have a good day, Paul. Do you know what this motherfucker does? He then slapped me in the back of my head and ran out the door. And he turns around and he goes, with his pinkies. He meant to give me the finger, but he threw me his pinkies. The monitor of the school that was always there when I had to drop him off and she would walk him inside, she was confused as fuck. She comes to the van, she goes, what was that about? I said, I don't know. No, what was that about? I never seen him do that to a driver before. He's just mad that I never bought him a Coca-Cola. Oh, okay. He was asking you for Coca-Cola? I go, yeah, he was asking me for Coca-Cola and soda and all this shit. And I told him no. Good for you. You're an awesome driver. I'm gonna make sure to let the dad know you refused to buy him a Coca-Cola. I said, no, you don't gotta do all that. It's fine. Okay, all right, cool. Whatever. I gotta see Paul again later. I do my routes, get the job done. Now it's time to go pick up Paul. I go pick up Paul. Paul comes in the van, not saying a word to me. I say, good afternoon, Paul. He's not saying anything to me. Sits in the back. I go, all right, Paul. Did you have a good day? He's not saying nothing to me. He just has his arms folded and he's just staring out the window. And every time he did look at me, he was looking at me like the sun was all up in his face. You know, that mean look. And then he'd look away. We get to his house. I hear him unbuckle his own buckle. Cool. Usually I had to do it, but he unbuckled it this time. And I open the door, and I'm just waiting for him to walk out. And I'm not looking. This was my fault. I'm not looking. And I'm just looking out, you know, trying to see him come in my peripheral. He's not coming yet. By the time I turn around, Paul was right behind me. I wish I could show you the van, how the setup was, but there's empty space behind the driver's seat where you could walk around. And that was meant for the area for wheelchairs and, you know, hospital beds, all that. He's standing right over me, behind me. Right when I turn around, he puts me in this chokehold. And he goes, motherfucker, you need to buy me Coca-Cola. You need to buy me Coca-Cola. The dad is already walking out. He sees the van shaking and rattling. He knows something's going on. He comes in. What the hell, Paul? And he's trying to get him off me. Paul's like, you can't deny me Coca-Cola. You can't deny me Coca. Yeah, dude. He didn't have a good chokehold on me. He had, you know, I had my chin down. I've been choked before. I know how to take it. I had my chin down on my chest, so he couldn't get a good wrap around my neck. You know what I mean? He couldn't cut off my airways or my blood flow, none. Anyway, his dad gets him off me, marches him into the house, and as he's marching him, he looks back at me and he says, wait right there, Joey, wait right there. I said, okay. I'm chilling, I'm cool. Yeah, I got choked out by Paul, but whatever. The dad takes him inside, comes back out, and he goes, I'm thinking he's gonna apologize and all this shit. He looks at me, points me, his fucking pointer finger was like an inch away from my fucking eye, man. And he says, you should have never bought him Coca-Cola. Then he walked out and slammed the door. I was busted. They figured it out. Paul fucked it all up. Now what's crazy is, I almost wish I got busted for hitting that homeless man in the shopping cart instead of all that other shit. Because all that other shit led to me leaving that company. See, dispatch found out and they had to take their appropriate measures, which was really just giving me less pickups, which meant less commission, less jobs, less money. Fuck that. So I had to leave, man. All because this fucking Coca-Cola drinking ass motherfucker couldn't keep his mouth shut and be cool. Or I should have been more careful and not hit a fucking shopping cart that a homeless man was pushing. We'll never know.
D, the delinquent. Many hats, no cap.